Good morning, everybody. I am in Chitwan, Nepal, and I am getting ready to do a Jeep safari. So this should be fun. The tour started very early, like at 7 a.m. The hotel had arranged everything for us, including our Chitwan National Park permits, because you need them in order to enter. We got a ride to the river which divides the town from the actual national park. We were able to look at the river and we could see some crocodiles swimming downriver. It was such a fascinating thing to see. But it did make me a little bit worried about crossing the river in a canoe. But if I wanted to take the tour, that's what I had to do. We are about to board a canoe.
Are you sure that it's safe?
No. Oh, look at that canoe. Yeah. We sailed downriver for a couple of miles, and the canoe ride was a little bit scary knowing that there were many crocodiles in the water. But a few crocodiles were not enough to stop us. We sailed a few miles down, and then from that point on we were going to come to shore and board our Jeep, which was going to do the safari. Road started off very, very bumpy, and the ride was not super comfortable, but we were very shortly rewarded with a beautiful sighting of deer. There were several deer in a group together, and it was just such a fascinating thing to see. I had no idea how common deer were in Nepal, but it was just so cool to see them together, seeing them move as a herd. We did have to be quiet because the deer could be quite skittish. If we made too much noise or spooked them, the deer were really quick to run. So, getting up close to the deer could honestly be quite difficult. Kept moving deeper and deeper into the national park in the Jeep. The road continued to be quite bumpy. In a Jeep and the road is quite bumpy. But I knew soon to come there would be many more things to see, and soon we were going to see some black rhinos, which I was really excited about. Oh, yeah.
फोटो खींचना इटा मारा उठो
Rhinoceros.
अरे उसको सोने दो यार
Yeah. No, it's moving. So we've made a stop. We're taking a short little break. We made a little stop during our Jeep safari, and at the stop there was a crocodile nursery that we were able to take a look around.
And this is real. I got goosebumps.
Real crocodiles, like just baby ones. It was really cool because you could see crocodiles being bred together, and there were just so many of them. You could see baby crocodiles, you could see teenager crocodiles, you could see big grown man-eating crocodiles. It was just a really fascinating place to be. Some slightly bigger ones. Ooh, a much bigger crocodile. Yep, there he is. Big one. While seeing crocodiles in captivity was nowhere near as exciting as actually seeing them in the wild, it was still really cool to get to see them up close and kind of see how they live and move together. What made me really surprised is just how calm and quiet all the crocodiles were. There were so many of them together, yet the place was very, very quiet. I would have expected it to be much more chaotic.
Slippery, huh?
Big one.
Oh, it's made noise.
You might get back.
Did you hear the noise he made?
Yes, I did.
It was the first time I heard it. Baby crocodiles นิ่งเหมือนเป็นของเล่นแต่จริงๆแล้วของแท้แต่น้องนอนหลับกันอะดูสิ Very shortly after we finished the crocodile nursery, or the crocodile farm, we left and very quickly were able to see some elephants. Back on the Jeep safari. Where is it?
No, I think that one. And the color, nothing in the brown.
Yeah.
This is in the dark. This is the female with the male. Male is a very anti-log.
I see it.
Another one. Yeah. And the two is the female.
Oh, it's coming closer. There's another one. Oh, another rhinoceros. Let's see if I can get it. Yep, there it is. Another rhinoceros. Birds are flying on it.
And the bird and the insect. Look here, the bird is.
And the bird is insect on the body.
It was cool to see all the deer, but I was nowhere near as fascinated by the deer as I was to see another rhinoceros just out in the woods. Still not sure I see it. As we got back on the road, I was really excited to see what we were going to see next, and I knew that there were some tigers at the Chitwan. However, there's not that many of them. They told me that there were only about 100 tigers at the Chitwan National Park, and sometimes the tigers don't like to come out. So the guide was uncertain whether or not we would be able to see a tiger or not. But whether we did or didn't, we would still get to see many cool animals. We got to see many birds, deer, rhinos, crocodiles, elephants, and we would even get to see some monkeys. We continued to see more and more rhinos, and I was really shocked at just how many of the rhinos like to bury themselves underwater. I just could not believe that. At first I thought I was seeing a hippopotamus, but no, it was a black rhinoceros. Very soon we were faced with a gigantic puddle, almost like a pond, that the Jeep just had to plow through. So that was quite an intense and difficult situation, even for this Jeep.
I don't know if they're exactly wild elephants, but... Where is it?
No? I think that one.
The safari tour lasted about 4 hours, and so it was basically half a day tour. And I can say I think half a day is plenty of time for you. Some people might want to do the full day, but the thing is, by noon, I was already dripping with sweat. It was hot and it was really humid outside. So really, by about noon, I was about done and ready to go back to my accommodation.
Alright. Look back. I think this is so scary.
We soon sailed back across the lake, and we were worried about crocodiles, yet we knew that with the guide we were perfectly safe, so hopefully not too much to worry about as long as you keep hands and feet inside the boat. So, yeah, the Jeep Safari was fantastic, worth every bit of what I paid, and I only paid about $40 US per person to do the Jeep Safari, so I found that to be a really good deal because animal safaris are generally very expensive.
Alright guys, so the Jeep Safari is over. We did not see any tigers, sadly, but we saw a lot of other cool things. Elephants, rhinos, monkeys, lizards, crocodiles, deer, you know, plenty of chickens and peacocks, so it was a fun Jeep Safari. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, give a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Check out these things in some of my other videos. Feel the burn for Bernhardt's World, and take care, everybody. Stay awesome.